UT students were able to take back the night by publicly speaking out about their experiences dealing with sexual assault and violence. 13 females and 1 male courageously stood in front of a large crowd in front of the UT Tower to share their stories.
Every single person who went up said that they weren't planning on it and that the reason they did is because they felt so impacted by the people who went before them.
Voices Against Violence, the organization that put on this event, wanted to give survivors a safe place to speak out and empower others to stop sexual violence. They especially made an effort to include non-traditional survivors, such as women not in college, those who identify themselves as LGBTQ, and men.
Men do absolutely get assaulted and have their own problems. And I think that's something that the Army has worked really hard to destigmatize and to bring to the forefront.
In fact, in 10% of sexual violence reports, the victims are male. And this does not take into consideration the societal pressures of masculinity and lack of support that could leave many cases unreported.
I picked myself back up.
I have a cousin who had experiences with trying to find himself. I don't know, the family doesn't really talk about it a lot, but I'm pretty sure he was raped by another man.
Definitely important to validate everyone's experiences. A lot of what we see in media and narratives about sexual assault is that it's a man assaulting a woman, which is definitely not always the case.
Although many of the male supporters do not want to impose on the safe place of the survivors, who are mostly women, VAV recognizes that, unfortunately, sexual violence can happen to anyone, and everyone deserves a support community for their experiences.
People 16 to 22 are the group that is most likely to be facing these forms of violence in any class or income or education background. That's across the board.
Voices Against Violence continues to put on events and create dialogue about these important social issues around UT campus.